So you got to come to the Capitol to see what kind of standards they think they're setting for the surrounding cities in the state. I mean, because they think that all other cities are following exactly what's happening at the Capitol, like that librarian said, all state agencies, but that's not the case. It's that's what maybe the state capitol mandates, but it's not. It's not what's happening in the other cities. Alright, it says construction area keep out, but it looked like a regular guy walked in. So I guess during this COVID, the Capitol's taken advantage of the time to just shut down the whole Capitol, so you don't have any access. They got a fence all around it, I'm guessing, and there's no. They may only be do landscaping, but they'll shut down the whole building for landscaping. I'm thinking, on first impressions. The hour time limit, I definitely don't want to come back here. The parking looks okay, but an hour? I need to charge my batteries. Alright, I guess I can get in. Alright. Great Seal. So I was in the basement. You can't enter. Okay, they have steps that come up here, but okay, the doors are on the side. They still turn. Huh. They got it locked on the outside. Nice and tall. What an odd design. They got roofs and like little benches. Alright, this is kind of a complicated mess, but they're showing where Indian camps were and where Lewis and Clark camped. This is a sign for Lewis and Clark camp. That's how they describe it, at least. So they came up the Missouri River. They followed it and camped at several places. Even got exact dates from the journal. Going by way of Bismark, I crossed that river. Pretty easy to do. Wow. Alright. And then they went up north to make their fort over the winter time. I get the feeling that some people will even say that some hills are too much for the handicap. So they're calling the smoother sidewalk the handicap accessible route, and the rougher sidewalk is not friendly for handicap access. tour of the Capitol is over. I don't want to return to the library. I guess I'll make a big drive tomorrow somewhere south. But there's a lot of Indian reservations south of here, so it looks like a big jump for me.
Place it on the belt. Remove all items from the belt and try again. Please wait. Help is on the way. Please wait. Help is on the way.
It has to go down on the belt.
Well, there's somebody else down the end. So.
If you wish to purchase this item, place it.
There you go.
What did that do?
It has to go on the belt for the sound.
It has to go through all of these.
Follow the instructions on the pin pad.
It's interesting to me is 30 minutes for capital-related reasons. 30 minutes, and it's an hour for everybody else. The hardest part of working with wild grasses is the cooking, I think. Ancestors had to make a fire to boil up the local wild grasses to get the properties out of them. One of these pots actually had a darker liquid than this. It was the grass I had to cut with the scissors, and it was a razor, like a razor on either side of the grass blade. It was a really like not friendly type of grass for the herbivores. But it seems okay. It doesn't seem to be affecting me negatively so far, drinking it. Alright, this weird razor grass has dropped my body temperature. I'm feeling a little dull. I think it might be like a slightly narcotic. It's that type of grass that does well in the swamps, I think. When the swamps don't last all year and they kind of flow, it does really well in the kind of swampy type of areas. I'm a little scared of it. It's not this stuff. This is the regular grass that doesn't cause me problems. But it's not always a good thing if the herb will drop my body temperature. I don't really want to have that too much, especially in the winter time. I guess I'll give it more time to see what else it could do to me, but yeah, and I got more to drink. I'm not sure if I want to just rush into drinking that. Give it some space. See if it causes any other problems. But dropping my body temperature is not something I want to happen this time of year. Alright, I had a lot of that razor grass, and it's just making things worse. I feel like I'm just going numb. I had something poisonous. It was not good. My feet are losing circulation. I'm gonna dump this stuff, but this is not good. I am not liking this feeling. I just want to keep moving and hope I pull through. I cannot be consuming that type of grass. Things are shutting down. Things feel like they're shutting down from that grass. My blood circulation is shutting down. What a terrible feeling. And yeah, I'm dumping it right here. I don't like the feeling that it produces. Anything that discourages heating body warmth is not a good thing. It's kind of it's got it causes that the feeling of like death, I guess. It's that sudden sense of doom. It's not a welcome feeling. So I get no known problems. Well, let me just say, I get problems with this, the wormwood. I get problems with that, similar to what I'm experiencing right now. I get no known problems with the pigweed seed. This is good stuff. Or even the cattail leaves. Didn't notice any problems with even the brown cattail leaves. But that one river grass with the razor edges, that's got an adverse effect. All right, what is it, October sometime? It's got a strong, I think this is yellow dock. There's a strong flower. And I think I've seen, maybe not. I don't know if I can do anything with it. I bet I got like an oxalate poisoning. That seems like a popular poisoning from plants. It can poison or kill. So I don't know what to think of this. The problem is coming in waves. Skin is tingly. I feel like if I try to relax, the problems get worse. Like I'm running off of adrenaline. I got it down there. I think there was a large amount of water that sat down in the wood line there for a while, and then that's the type of grass that grows in that, like the temporary swampy conditions. I'm just slightly out of breath. It's robbing oxygen in some ways, so it's really an annoying herb. It's got me in a bit of a panic. I want to get back to my car and drink water, try to get this stuff through me. I guess I forgot my water in my rush to get out of my car. Also, my heart is just acting so weird. I don't know if it's a high blood pressure or low blood pressure, but it feels like it's skipping a beat kind of often. Yeah, this stuff is slowly digesting because I had a large meal, so it's accumulating kind of slowly. I drank a fair amount of tea, but I had a large meal before, and I think that's slowing down the digestion of this. Maybe drinking milk is a good suggestion. All right, I think I got oxalate poisoning, and I need to take it easy. I got neurological problem, and there's supposed to be upset stomach, but my stomach's so full that that's not a problem. Nerve problem, tingly skin. Now I was looking on Google for remedies. It says that it's gonna damage the kidneys, so I could protect it with lemons. I'm gonna mix lemons with water, drink plenty of water, just relax, because I'm suffering some tissue damage. I feel like I'm kind of coming down off of the problem, but I want to be extra sure. I want to be completely out of the, I don't want to be feeling any effects. I still feel effects. All right, because of my oxalate poisoning, I don't even taste the lemon. It's not sour at all. And now I question if the lemons are even any good, but I think I might have lost my taste for the sourness. Alright, so this, I did not even bother diluting this lemon juice. I should probably get more lemons, but I can drink it straight without adding any water. I have complete tolerance of it. That's how bad this poisoning is. This maybe oxalate poisoning. I can drink this straight without any problems. That's incredible. I took my body so far to the extreme. What does that mean? If I can tolerate sour so easily, usually my taste buds would just be rejecting that. So I got a problem here. Hopefully the sour can counteract it. More bag repair. Alright, so I made the mistake of cutting like this type of reed grass right here. Oh, that breaks too easy. That's one I want to avoid though. It's this type, it's definitely this type of grass. This is a bad, you don't make a tea out of this grass. This grass has properties that are very dangerous. But I could still trust the knapweed. I could still trust, yeah, none of this grass. It'll kill you. But this grass is very, very friendly. I can make a tea out of this grass, and it doesn't cause immediate problems. Long-term problems, I don't know. But it's definitely, I mean, they grow next to each other, but there's a definite difference in the health. You get a good positive property out of that grass that grows tall, and I don't know, just there's something with this reed grass. This might be the type of seed that it puts out. It's very strong. Something bad in that. It gave me that sense of doom. But I'm confident I can still trust this grass. And I could just pick this to fill a pot if I wanted to. Some deer have been molesting this willow. This is the willow right here. And they're just rubbing their horns against the bark. I wonder if they lick it. They'd get some salicin out of that. These cattails explode. They're so tight. So I guess I rationalized that one little type of stream or river grass was healthy, safe. I figured that the reed, the type of reed that I had, would be safe as well, since they're kind of similar. But I think there might be a striking difference between reeds and grasses. Now a question about cattails, because I didn't feel any problems with the cattail leaves. Is cattail considered a reed or a grass? Well, and what's the difference? I feel like I'm experiencing a phantom sickness from what happened yesterday with the poisoning. It's like it strangely came back, but it's been kind of doing that. I feel like I've aged a little faster because of that poisoning. So I'm not going to grab any grass today. I'm going to experiment. I would like to try to make some coffee. I think I can only boil wet stuff into these teapots. No dried grains like barley. Barley has to have the hot water poured over it. But maybe I could try ginger and carrots. I'll boil these in the teapot. No grass, nothing from the wild. I'll just use these two things as a way. I need more time to recover. I'm not trying to speed up my recovery. I'm not expecting a recovery to happen right away. I'll let it take its time. This was a particularly nasty plant that got me pretty good, and I had way too much of the liquid. It was an extra brown, dark brown liquid too. I was like, wow, that's interesting. But something in it was not good. But I still trust the grass. But I just want to take a little break from it. Alright, so this owner is actually directing their dog to chase the jackrabbits. The few jackrabbits that are around here. And this owner come out specifically to have their dog chase the jackrabbits. There he goes after another one. How rude. Those jackrabbits have not left this area. And this owner has taken good advantage of that. I can't see him. That guy right there, what a jerk. He couldn't resist. The dog must have found, oh yeah, they're all right here. So they're all right here and the owner's coming right at them. They don't leave this area and the owner's taking advantage of it. They're not fenced in, but they just stay. They don't like their option. Oh, they're running for their lives again. I'm sure the dog is coming for them. He might have seen me. Oh no. I think he's seen me and he's not going after that pile of jackrabbits. He pointed the dog at the other jackrabbits this other way. He's giving his dog exercise by chasing the jackrabbits. Yeah, the dog's all over him. Unbelievable. Is there no law against that? There's not many jackrabbits in the areas that I've been at. This is the biggest grouping of jackrabbits I've ever seen. And they got dog owners coming out to chase them around. Alright, this is a little too hot to look. I'm sure to pull. Yeah, I got carrots and ginger in here instead of using any grass. I'll supplement with some root vegetables that I can buy, I guess, for boiling. They won't burn on the bottom at least. Right, so this is a unique mix. Carrots and ginger. Leaves a little discoloring. Mixed with coffee, oats. Oh yeah, and then I put in some milk thistle and then poppy seed. I don't really eat poppy seed. I don't even really like chewing on poppy seed. The taste is okay though. Maybe I can mix it with coffee more to offset the coffee. Alright, what am I near here? We got State Capitol and John Burke Grave, former governor's mansion. That's actually near the library I want to stop at. Camp Hancock, Double Ditch, Fort, On a Slant, Mandan Village. There's quite a few things around here. State Railroad, Fort Rice. Okay, now we're getting kind of far. A Deadwood Trail, Knife River, Sitting Bull Bearing Site, Big Mound Battle. Huh. Interesting. They fought off the Sioux. Huh. Fort Manuelisa, Arikara War, south of here. South of Bismark. Battle of Killdeer. Killdeer Birds? Huh. Man, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. I haven't recorded on Medora. Oh, okay, that's a while. Okay, that's a distance away. All right. So the closest ones are pretty much these. All right, the South Library in, oh my God, Bismarck. What kind of problems am I gonna get here? I have a feeling they'll probably tell me to wear a face mask. We'll see. Alright, using a fork is much easier than a spoon for getting in here. Much easier. See, you just start out squeezing it and then just start ripping it up. And squeeze, rip, and squeeze. It's pretty decent. I like it. Oop. A little messy. So it's pretty much 90 minutes, 8 to 5 on the side streets. And then only library patron parking only in the parking lot. Yeah, it's a little too constricted. It's not even 9 a.m. It's only a couple minutes before 9 a.m. And it's packed in all the parking lots all around the 90-minute side streets. I don't like this location for library. It's not very relaxed. Alright, it's time for a little chain work. Huh? I keep it down in here. I mark the ends with these clips. Right, doing more snake handler exercises. really take away the stiffness and pain that I develop from doing push-ups. There's a strength pull imbalance, muscle imbalance in my shoulders from doing too many bench presses when I was younger, and I still get that problem doing push-ups, but using the snake handler techniques for building up the sides of my shoulders, I take away that pain. I did a good three sets of 20 plus push-ups, and I have no pain in my shoulders, because I think that the strength imbalance, the outer shoulder is now strengthening up enough to resist the pain. That strength imbalance, it's a strength imbalance pain. All right, so it's a windy day today, and when I want to dry out my French press screens, they always blow around. And I thought originally, it's so silly to think, but I could just leave these laying on top, but they blow away like that. And now I finally realized I could maybe they'll, no, they're pretty stuck in here. I could just leave them kind of standing up inside these containers, and that'll help them dry. And then I put the glass containers down here to dry. It's pretty helpful just to let them dry, and then I just remove the dry stuff. Every so often I spend time wondering, what if I figured it all out? Back when I was in my teens, I visited the weightlifting gym so often, yet I didn't figure it out. There were some things I got, but in my years, I've really come to understand fitness, exercise, and the strength imbalance issues a lot better than I understood them back in my gym days. I didn't even need a gym. Could have done it all outside the gym if I had figured it out. With the chain work and the reverse planks and the suspension training, picnic table fitness. There's just some things I actually enjoy, and I don't need a gym to enjoy the exercises I'm doing now. I do what feels good, but also reverses the damage I'm causing from sitting too much at the computer. That's like a primary focus. I got to focus on reversing the damage from sitting too much. And that's school work. That's hanging out at school. And if I would have figured out the reverse planks, I did so many sit-ups. I did a lot of sit-ups. And work and develop some okay abs. But if I would have figured it out, I would have known to use my triceps as well. I wish I could have figured that out more. I wish I could have involved using my triceps in my sit-ups. It's just something that's just so weird. So weird that that it took so long to figure out. But I really appreciate the work that I can now do on triceps, and I also incorporate the abs too, and I can no longer hold my hips up off the ground. This is an interesting exercise. Holding my hips up off the ground in the reverse plank, holding that is very hard for body weight. So it's like a type of exercise that you just you can't really master it. Because it's just so difficult. It takes a long time and a lot of hard work to develop that strength. Going on a big hunt for some grass. I want to boil up grass, no reeds. I don't want to get myself sick again. Coming across this pine tree. What's the deal with these plastic bags on these pine trees? I don't understand. It's like these pine trees can't hold themselves up anymore. They got to put rope and bags around them. Seems kind of odd. Still not sure what to think of this, but wow. Does it ever produce a lot of berry? I just had one whole berry. Let's see what that does to me. It's a sour taste. I'll find out. I'm a little suspect of it. So I have learned that there are some the tree taste, of, well, it's salicin, willow. Yeah, I've learned that there's some willow that have absolutely no taste for some reason. They don't have the medicine taste. There's just no taste whatsoever in the inner bark. Alright, I'm not going to mess with this right now. But this is some of the reddest bark I've ever seen around. Red leaves, red bark. I cut into the inner bark. And there's no red. Alright, I walked a long distance. It's not easy to find grass, but there's this, out of all this brown, I mean, we're talking like large areas of brown grass. There's a little clump of green grass right here that I can pick. Don't know why it works like that, but yeah, I really have to search hard for stuff like this now. Alright, so next to these softball fields, this guy's spread out. See this white and brown look across the whole field. And if you get a closer look at it, it's bark, it's wood. I think they shaved wood, or maybe that's the plant. I don't know. It's kind of a hard fiber, some kind of. Well, they spread something. Maybe it wasn't trees or wood. Maybe a tall growing plant of some kind. So people like to steal things, and so do I. I steal from nature. But the thieves, they don't want to bother learning about nature. The simple things like picking grass can be rewarding if you know what to do with it, such as boiling it. But the thieves, they think they need to steal things that are man-made, not nature-made. Alright, and picking grass, I'm finding a lot of my favorite one. This one, I don't know what it is, crabgrass or something. But just looking at the difference, I don't want to accidentally pick this reed. And I could feel on the edges there's like a serrated edge. Feels like it could cut me. And then compare that to the edge of the cattail, and it's smooth on the edges. So that's the difference between reeds here. Cattail did not make me sick, did not make me feel like a sudden doom was coming upon me, but these reeds with a serrated edge is nasty. This one actually rips off pretty easy, but I'm guessing that this is probably part of the nasty group. So I'm picking around that, not for cattail so much, just for the crab or quackgrass, which is especially green next to this reed. So I got to be extra careful. Alright, I just want to make note that I grabbed some plant that I believe to be alfalfa. I tasted a leaf amongst the reed, the dangerous reed. It's got some kind of a fungus growing on it, but I picked it anyway and put it in the teapot. It tastes like alfalfa. I had a little leaf. I believe it to be alfalfa without seeing the seeds or the flowers. This time of year, no seeds or flowers. Alright, it's getting ready. Steaming a little bit. I got all grass in here. I think I just knocked the temperature down 5 degrees. It's pretty chilly out. just by opening up the door. But I'm making 2 pots, one for coffee, and it's full of grass. The pot's full of grass, using that for coffee, and then this one is for yesterday's grains that are already wet. So what'll happen is I'll pour this into a wet container and it'll instantly cool down. I've been getting into the habit of using the grains twice because I want to make the most of them. I'm not eating them, but I think maybe trying to use them twice. I think there's still properties in them that I can second hand use, not just one time, not just a one-time deal. I like a louder sound. I listen for a louder sound. Okay. All right, and it's going to be a nice green liquid. Yeah, it's already wet, so yeah, I filled it up too much actually. Nice green grass, good vitamins in that. All right, so in this I can still taste the quinoa, and you can see that there's some cloudiness. It's no longer just green, so there's still grain properties for the second use, next day use. All right, getting gas at Stay Mart before I leave Bismark. I don't see anybody really wearing a mask, so I'm gonna take the chance.
Okay. You know your kid. Yeah. Okay.
Where are you heading?
The library?
Oh, the library is to the right.
Oh,
right over there. You're good. Not a
All right, here in Fargo, the cultural center between Minnesota and North Dakota, I was able to stop at a a Natural Grocers and get a variety. All right, I don't plan to chew on a single morsel of the corn, maybe one or two, but I want to put it in here and use it like I've been using the oats and the barley to soak, and then along with peppermint, English tea breakfast, along with organic. I'll mix anything. Peas, I'm not sure exactly. I want to soak the peas. I want to boil the peas in the. Oh man, I can't really boil them in the teapot since they're dry. I'll play with them. They're going to be like the corn and stuff with lavender. Boil them with star anise. They also go good with bananas. Boil them with milk thistle. More English tea breakfast, oat straw. Oh yeah, and then I got the whole oats. I'll grind them. I'll grind these. They're more the whole, keep the nutrition better. Cardamom. Boil them with chicory. Chicory is a nice alternative. Chicory again, allspice. Oh yeah, anise. Catnip. Been a while. Fenugreek. Oh yeah, this will cook with chicken, the rosemary, more star anise, organic lemongrass. It's been a while since I've done lemongrass. I gave it up for a bit, but I'm going to bring it back. And alfalfa, since I'm not really finding alfalfa in the area, and then eat some unsweetened cherries. Unsweetened, it's rare to find the unsweetened version of these. I'm going to complain here. Say that I've had a headache pretty much a good portion of the day. It's been rough. It's like a pressure headache or a stress headache. I can push my hand on my forehead and get some relief. It's like an eye strain type of headache, muscle. It's just been all day though. Cooking catfish right now. I'm actually steaming it this time. I kind of missed that. It does taste better steamed than boiled. Alright, I barely have enough room for what I got, but I decided I wanted another French press. The 8 doesn't quite look twice as tall, but I got the 8 cup as opposed to the 4 cup. Well, I got two. Now I have in all 2 4 cups and an 8 cup. What I want to do is put the grains of the 4 cups into this bigger one so that then I can make a tea in the 2. I think I could still get a little bit more out of the grains. I gave in, but oh, the room is so limited. And it's commonly sold at Walmart, I believe. I really have been enjoying them. I guess the advantage is that I can have more teas, but the disadvantage, this thing could fall. But these tops are all interchangeable. They're all the same width. That's a nice advantage in case something breaks. $20. I think I'll enjoy it because I've been enjoying the 4 cup. Alright, I just want to say that getting this bigger French press is already paying off because I really got a lot out of those grains. I re-poured liquid in there several times. I drank so much, and it's still got a nice, I don't know, mucilage, I guess, in it from the oats and other herbs. And now I'm starting in on these two other ones that I just recently prepared. So I got my fill for drinking, and I am drinking a lot. I'm drinking a lot more, and that might be better for delivery of the vitamins. Consuming more liquids to have them. It's kind of like a soup, I guess, a tea soup. Yeah, I got a mix in here. I know I got rooibos. I know I got some barley in here. Really darken the liquid. I think what darkened it the most was roasted chicory.